My name is Sisi. You can call me Supersisi.
China, Brazil, India, Spain, Thailand, USA, USSR, Japan.
Hi family, this is W. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, today is a very special episode. The first reason is because, as you can see, this is in English, not in Spanish as usual. And the reason to do that chapter in English is because we have a very special guest. I'm quite excited to have her in our channel. And who is her? She's a profile that I made on Twitter first, but he has also TikTok, Instagram and a YouTube channel. It's a girl, is a retro gaming player, and it's quite focused on completing games with 1cc. So 1cc means one credit clear, like beating the game in one shot, without continuous, without another credits. This is amazing, but first let's say welcome to Supersisi.
Hello W. Thank you for having me on your channel.
As you can see, as we are in a different time frames, we agreed to make this interview in with some cuts, but this is not a problem. As you can see, I sent her a list of questions, she is replying, and then we have some kind of conversation over videos. So let's go with the first, for the people who doesn't know you yet. Who are you, Supersisi, and what do you like to do with your free time?
I spend most of my time to try to 1cc in the retro game. I also like some drink, food. Sometimes I like to go to escape room with my friend, and I love to play kendama.
That's amazing. You cannot imagine how hard is that. As I said in the intro, 1cc means one credit clear, which is beating the game with only one shot. It's totally crazy. I'm super bad in general terms, so I cannot imagine how this can be possible. It's also true that the people who like you and follow you can already know that you like escape room, arcade games and food, etc. You are also, sometimes you're showing that you are going to the gym, so some kind of influencer but focus on retro video games. That's really cool. And now, before continuing and before committing more mistakes, how should I pronounce your name?
A lot of people don't know how to say my name. My name is Sisi, Supersisi.
Okay, super clear, Supersisi. Let's go to the video games topic. Let's start with the system. Which systems do you have? Which ones are your favorites?
I have a lot of console and games. I can show you some. Sega Nomad. First ever Game Boy. This is my special Game Boy Color. I spent a lot of great time with this. This is my favorite console, the Famicom. I have a lot of great games. It's Mario 1, 2, 3.
Totally amazing that you have a Nomad in your hands. This Game Boy Color with the IPS screen is also amazing. It's also cool to see this Super Mario on the Famicom. And it's also very cool that the Famicom is one of your favorite systems. And as you know, we are a retro collecting channel. As you see, we are focused on collecting this kind of old crap. Which kind of collector do you consider yourself?
I do have a nice collection, but I'm not really a collector. I'm a player. I like to get 1cc. That's most important to me.
Wow, you really clarified that you are a player, not only collecting, as most of us. You're a really good player. I can tell all the people who is watching this video to follow you on your social media, because you will see that she's really cool playing with 1cc. It's super difficult. And as you define yourself as a hardcore player, how do you play the games? Original, reproduction, emulation? What did you think about that?
I don't mind using emulation play game. I study all the old games using emulation, but I still like to buy games sometimes. Give myself something special.
I agree with you that emulation is one of the best solutions for playing games, especially for free, or to test the games. Nothing to do with collection, but it's a very good option, of course, to play. I also support the flashcards, which is an option to play the game in a real system with a real controller, etc. But reproduction for us as a collector is nothing that we can think about or consider about. I respect all opinions, but it's clear as a collector, collective value of reproduction is zero, so I think it has no sense. And again, thinking on retro collecting, do you keep your childhood games?
Well, I don't have any game from my childhood now. I do buy a Famicom from when I'm old enough to pay.
It's a shame that you don't have your video game systems when you were young. but when you can afford them. So, but also it's cool to see that you find this wall and you never quit, so it's really cool. And now that you open the box of the purchases, which is the jewel, the treasure of your collection, the most expensive game?
Most expensive game I bought is Vampire Killer in Mega Drive. It's fucking expensive. You want to know how much it is? Go for eBay.
This is incredible. Castlevania, as you know, also Mega Drive is a system that in Japan was not that common. Japan is always Nintendo territory, so it was more common, has more success out of Japan, especially in Europe, US. So Castlevania in Japanese version is much more expensive than the regular one in PAL or North American areas. It can reach, as you can see in my screen now, I checked it quickly, eBay in March 2023, which is now, it's around 1,000 euros, $1,000, so it's crazy. But it's also a super good game, so I'm very proud, I'm very happy that you have this considering your treasure. It's also a very good game, a bit different from the regular Castlevania series, but I enjoy it a lot. I cleared it, not with one credit only, but it's really cool. And before closing the topic of the collecting video games or buying video games, did you ever stop playing or collecting video games?
Not really. I always spend my all the time to play games, especially lockdown. I have a group of my friends from arcade. We always talk about it and we always find the time to play game. The most time I'll just play at home.
Once you find the retro video gaming world, you never quit and you never stop. Really cool. Now we know that you are super focused on retro video games, so now thinking on bringing one single game to a desert island or the last game you can play before you die, what will it be?
Well, it's hard to choose. If I had to choose the game, there will probably be a Contra Hardcore. I don't know is that my favorite game, but I love it.
This is amazing too, Contra Hard Ops. I put here some kind of tribute to you. It's an amazing game. It's the maximum exponent of the Metroidvania genre, especially in Mega Drive and especially in a domestic console. But I have to say that the Japanese version, it says that it's a bit easier because you have 3 hits before you die. That is not happening in the European or North American version. So I challenge you to complete with 1cc only the Probotector PAL version in your channel. Let's see what you say. As you know, Probotector is the name of Contra series out of Japan, especially in Europe. And we know your favorite, but we want to know what are you playing now more? In which game are you focused now?
The game I play the most right now is King of a Demon for Super Famicom. I try to get 1cc then. It's easy, not difficult.
This is terrible. It's a super expensive game, super good game, and we now have a clear figure of which is your favorite genre, as it is a Metroidvania. It's a very hard game, so I'm really excited to see your videos playing it. I only tested it sometimes in some kind of flashcard. It's a hard game, as I said, especially because of the time clock pushing you, but it's considered a masterpiece. It has a great atmosphere and a great details. So, as I said, I really follow you to see how do you complete this beast game in 1cc only. So now we know you a bit more. It's time to jump to your social media, to your YouTube channel, whatever. Where did you find your motivation to create this kind of content?
I like to play game and I like to go to arcade. That's why I will make some video in arcade. I like to share with my gameplay with people.
It's very cool that you are quite excited doing that. You are also a woman. That is a shame that in this kind of world it's still dominated by male YouTubers, male gamers, etc. So congratulations to be part of that probably, and hopefully the next years will increase a lot, and we will find a collective full of women collecting retro video games, playing retro games, creating content, etc. Thank you, because this world is changing, especially because of people like you, so congratulations again, thank you. And before saying all these flowers to you, what we can find in your social media, I will put the links in the description. I will say again to all our viewers to follow you in all of them, in Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, but what we can find there.
The way I'm doing the social media, I'm still the girl. I need some attention. I like get a feeling from 1cc. I like people say I'm good and then appreciate what I'm playing. I like to share a lot of games people never heard before, and then helping people find out a lot of different games.
And before ending, I only want to give you the opportunity to say which kind of social media are you active on.
Please follow me. I have a YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow Supersisi for great justice.
Okay, Supersisi, it has been a very big pleasure to have you in my channel. It's the first time I made a chapter in English too, so it's twice good. It's an interview, international interview with a gamergirl, collective, retro, so I cannot expect more. So I'm very happy, and I only can say thank you for giving me the chance to do this kind of interview. You know, this is your home now, so you can come to my channel when you want. As I said, I challenge you to clear with 1cc Pro Protector the PAL version of Contract Hard Ops in Mega Drive, okay? Thank you so much, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you for having me today. See you soon.
And that's all, family. I hope you enjoy as me doing this interview, the video with Supersisi. You can follow her in all the links that you can find in the description. This is the first chapter, the first episode I made in English, but maybe if I found another people from other regions, from other retro collectors, other programmers, everything that can be interesting to bring to my channel, I will do it. You can find the subtitles. Please put all your comments in the comment box. And that's all. See you next time. Bye bye.
China, Brazil, India, Spain, Thailand, USA, USSR, Japan, 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 Japan.